So at the end of Chapter 5, Season 5, I wanted to perform a quick test to see if it was possible for me to go from unranked to unreal in Fortnite's zero build ranked mode. In order to test this out, I was going to play ranked duos with the new randomly match-made duo every single game. No friends allowed. I'm no professional Fortnite player, but I was curious as to just how far I could go in 30 games under these circumstances. To start off this 30 game experiment, I had to play game 1 and first to get any rank at all. Fortunately for me, the first game wasn't awful as I got second place with 3 kills, getting me placed into gold 2. After that initial match, I had a few bad matches in a row, performance-wise, getting about 14th, 12th, 19th, and 42nd in games 2 through 5. During that time, I did get a couple kills in those games, but nothing noteworthy other than just getting to gold 3 by the end of match 5. With a new day upon us, it was time to tackle platinum rank. My 6th match was quite a good one as I got first place with 7 kills, which a game like that in ranked is always going to be a fun one to play. With that victory, I was now into platinum 2 and ready to sail my way onto diamond. That's how it's done, baby. I think that the matches in Platinum went pretty well because after the first win, I only had to play 2 more games with decent placement and kills to reach Platinum 2. Then in Platinum 2, the same thing as Platinum 1 happened. I had a couple games with decent placement and kills, which was enough for me to get into Platinum 3 in just 2 games. One of the fun things about ranked matches is that they usually last longer than standard public games. Therefore, I was able to experience a lot more of the late game in the zero build Fortnite mode. This was really fun to be in the late game circles where the circles were quite small and still had a lot of players left alive in them, and they actually, shot back. Now admittedly, I had a rough start into Platinum 3. My first game in Plat 3, my teammate died on the yacht, and so being the dashing young gent that I am, I took a car to go and save him. The issue is that I guess I'm also a little bit of an idiot. I drove the car to the back of the yacht and got stuck under the yacht itself. The car went so fast and flew under the backside of the yacht that I glitched out and couldn't swim or break my way out. I just had to sit there and die to the storm in what was, I guess, a devastating game to say the least. With one more crappy game after that one, I was on to games 13 and 14, which went really well. In game 13, I got 4th place with a combined 9 kills as a duo. That game gave huge progress towards diamond. Then in game 14, I got 3rd place with 12 kills. Both of those relatively successful matches propelled me very quickly into what was now diamond 1. I was pretty pleased with the progress so far and was wondering if it was going to be possible to reach Unreal in the span of these 30 games. Now into Diamond 1, I had to battle my way into Diamond 2, starting with a stretch of games that I would consider weak. A 38th and 17th place game to start off my journey in Diamond was not the move. After those games, I really had to buckle down, which I sort of did. The goal in Fortnite is ultimately to win the match, ideally with the most kills as possible. While these things didn't happen, I often found myself being tested in games where I had no teammate for whatever reason. It was in game 17 that I had no teammate and got 3rd place along with 5 kills. Then again, in game 18, I got 3rd place, but this time with 1 kill. Both of those games helped move me to Diamond 2, despite playing solo. Now in Diamond 2, I had a really fun and interesting ending in game 21, where my duo and I got 1st place with a total of 6 kills in this epic smoke tower and water ending. It was probably one of the coolest and more unique endings to the game that I've seen for quite some time, and one, honestly, I just didn't think that we would win. That's why you never actually give up until it's over, because obviously we ended up winning that game, and it was such a cool one to play in. Let's go! I can't believe that actually worked, and I got stuck on the revive. Wow. It was soon after that win that I got a 2nd place match with 9 kills. My duo and I did a pretty good job of navigating that game to end up ranking up to Diamond 3 on game number 23. That meant that it was down to the wire and Unreal was starting to seem just a little too far away, but there's only one way to really find out, and that's to play all 30 games and just see what happens. The next span of games were exciting because I of course really wanted to rank up and get kills, but not play too risky and die losing unnecessary rank percentage. So with an 8th place game and 7 kills, and a 2nd place game with 12 kills to really bolster my points, along with a few okay games, I was going to be going into the final game, Game 30, with just barely a few percentage points left before I would reach Elite. This last game was actually a really nervous one to be a part of because I was so close to reaching Elite, and it would feel really bad if I just fell short of that in this 30-game stretch. In the early game, there were fights galore. My teammate and I hot dropped into a city, and as the chaos ensued, we thankfully were able to get kill after kill on the droppers there and on the players that came to third party. As we were driving along, we had a decent number of kills with 7, but I was unsure if our placement at the time was good enough for me to rank up, so of course I was still, nervous. It was at that point that we got into what was our last fight, and to be honest, I choked. I hit a guy with the dancing grenades and a rocket launcher to ultimately whiff my shotgun shots and go down, leaving my teammate in a 1v2 that he just wasn't able to win. I felt really bad about that, and didn't think that it was going to be enough to rank up to Elite. Oh, he's dead. Dude, I actually don't know if we ranked up because of that. I should have dropped that kid, but I missed. I actually fucking missed. Oh, he did though still, yes! Yes! Elite! Oh, in 30 games. But alas, I was wrong and we managed to get Elite. So while I didn't manage to reach Unreal rank in 30 games, I did manage to reach Elite, which is not very far off from Unreal. If the season hadn't ended that very same night, I would have kept this challenge alive to see just how many games it would have taken for me to reach Unreal. Since it was cut short here, I guess the only logical thing to do is run the challenge back next season in Chapter 6. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Till then, we'll see ya.